Namaste programs, welcome back to the Grand Alpine Challenge within the Microsoft Flight Simulators. We are leg 6, Hofen to Grayling Airfield. Let's go. I think it would be prudent to refuel, thus we have refueled. And it is time to get going. Look at this beautiful morning light on the mountains. Alright, we pressed the handbrake button 4 times today. As we make our way along the grass here, which doesn't look like it has even been mowed. Alright, we want 103 for 551. Am I going to be able to do that? Is there a mountain in the road? Where is 103? Back the way we came, possibly. I'm going to have to make a pretty tight turn. There we go. 103's out this way. There is a mountain in the road, so we'll just have to avoid it for a bit. Zugspitze. Lift off from Reiterhofen Airfield and head east-southeast to Zugspitze, which lies on the Germany-Austria border. And at 9,718 feet above sea level is the highest peak in the Wetterstein Mountains and the highest in all of Germany. Sweat Jesus. Alright, 103. Is it that one there? That mountain looks very close, but if it's gigantic, it might be very far. I was wondering why the ball was getting bigger and bigger, and then it hit me. Oh, so is it the one in front of us right now, or the one to the right? Oh, questions. Which is the higher peak? I think it's probably that one right in front of us. Oh, hello, sun. Oh, hello, little lake. Come on, we must keep climbing. Yeah, definitely that one right in front of us. This one doesn't look so high anymore. And this one doesn't. And then that one, oh my god, it's gigantic. 3 kilometers high. Didn't we already do Zugspitze during the Germany bridge trip? I feel like I know that name, I've heard it recently. And then the next point of interest is Walchensee, which is a lake. I'm pretty sure I know that name too. Are we just doing the same things we've already done? Oh, I've still got the flaps up, down, whatever. Some version of flaps in wrong spot. This time I definitely just straight up forgot. Yesterday I'm pretty sure I did it, but then it didn't actually check that it had worked. Today I just plain flat out forgot. Like the old man that I am. We may have had some hope of making to 9,000 if I hadn't have remembered. If I had have remembered. If I hadn't have forgotten. Lens flares. J.J. Abraham is directing this episode. Right. Are we going to at least make it over to the right here? Is this even the right mountain? This does not look like 9,000 feet high. Maybe it's the next one even further. Because we are currently at 7,000. And yeah, we haven't even done 6 minutes. And we're going slow, so it's probably going to be more like 8-9 minutes. So this isn't it. it was hiding an even bigger mountain behind it. This is like a babushka doll, except with mountains. Unbelievable. So it must be that one in front of us now. Wow. That definitely looks like it might be 9,000 feet. Yep, we've gone past the mountain and we haven't even done 551. So, yep. Well, that makes more sense then. This one's Zugspitze. How do you solve a problem like Zugspitze? Look at this view with the valley and its little rivers. It's just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Imagine looking at this in real life. You'd just go, nah, this is a simulation. How could things look so good? Why? I mean, it may just be me, but why do mountains and rivers and valleys and things? I think I've actually wondered this before in one of my videos. Why does it trigger our beauty response? I mean, why do we like looking at these things? Huh? Why, I ask you? This mountain is just there, isn't it? It's just sitting there in the middle of a bunch of valleys. It's like, this is where I'm plonking my ass. Either you like it or not, there's gonna be a mountain here. And it will have a little town at the base of it. Unbelievable beauty. Look at it. Incredible. Big town down there. Little village. How you doing, little village? You know, looking at the layout, that's probably a church, but it doesn't have a little spire. The algorithm isn't doing that shit anymore. I find that interesting, or whether that's, as I've been constantly pondering and still haven't bothered Googling, is that because Germany churches don't tend to have those kind of things, and thus this part of the world isn't doing that thing? Or is it just that the game has suddenly, they've gotten rid of their little churches? I'm sure they had them. We had little churches constantly. Certainly going through France. Alright, we've done nearly 8.5 minutes. We haven't quite made it to Zugspitze yet. We're not quite at its height either. I'm going to have to just duck around the side of it. Zugspitze, look at you. Look at your magnificence. Oh, there it is. There's the peak right there. Just minding its own business. Beautiful. 52 degrees for 8 minutes 38. We'll reset our clock. Walchensee. Just over 80 nautical miles to the northeast of Zugspitze lies the gorgeous Walchensee, one of the deepest and largest mountain lakes in Germania. That must be it all the way off in the distance. And we probably don't need to be this high now, so we can finally trim down. let's just do minus, let's go -3 or something to begin with. See if that works, and then decide what we want. Let's not go much faster than that. There we go. We want 52 degrees. Big town down there in the valley. Looks like we need to trim even more. Look at our fuel. Full as it should be. Full as it should be. Excellent. Yeah, just never know. We've had some weird technical issues with the planes saying that they're full when they're not and things like that. But all is good. All is Gucci. And on down here, we've got houses on the top of mountains and roads and paths and little shacks and things. And look at these nerds right on the top of this hill. They're looking out over the world like they own it. Which they probably do. The home of the Illuminati lizard people. Yeah, try saying that 5 times fast. The alien Illuminati lizard people. Okay, what's going on down here? Oh, it's not a town, it's a giant city. In the city. Marvelous. What height would we like to be? I think we're probably getting around the maybe I should stay at about here stage, because depending on where we go after that lake, which will be north, well, that would take me out over those plains there, so I guess we probably can go a little bit lower. I guess if we're at the lake and then we head over this might be in the road, this little ridge here, but I'm not even sure if that little ridge here is closer to us than the lake or not. I'm not seeing exactly where it's positioned. Yeah, I think we'll try and level off a bit. Let's try -6. We've done 4 minutes of 8.5. So we're getting there, getting there. What's going on over here? They cleared this whole area, or is that natural, like a rock slide happened? Or is it ski fields? Who knows? Alien landing platform, I think. I think we can probably try 4% then. We're still descending more than ascending. You know, it was Walchen Sea that we did during the German trip, because this was I'm sure this was the lake I was saying, if there was just a rock slide here, the whole thing would pour out into the valley. And then once we flew over there, I realised there was actually a lot more to the ridge than I first thought. At least it's a similar situation. to whatever lake that was. Alright, coming up to 6 minutes done, another 2.5 minutes to go. Let's have a look around, keep ourselves busy, enjoy the scenery. There's our big mountain that we have left behind, the Zugspitze. I've already forgotten, and I'm not going to click on the button to make me reopen that panel. Zugspitze, I think it was. Now I have to, don't I? Zugspitze. So I had remembered. Little squiz at this lovely little town. Yet again, we've got like 2 separate towns right next to each other, with fields in between. The one side of people would go, I'm living here, and the other's like, no, I'm living up here. And then villages, there's even a third one in this one. There it is, you've got a little patch here, a patch there, gap, and patches. I don't know that I've noticed that if it is like that in France, for example, or anywhere else we've flown. Usually the village just sort of grows organically around a central thing or something like that. They don't end up all separated. And then the next village will be kilometers away, you know? Rather than just 50 meters across a field. Alright, 7.5 done. Another minute and we'll make our turn. See what's going on below. There's the edge of the lake. Incredible. Incredible. Alright, another 20 seconds or so. We're well and truly above the lake, or we're not even above it, we're just slightly to the right of it. But we will be. We will be. I think we came from this way, that other trip, and we flew down there, but I'm not sure. I do remember Zugspitze as well, so maybe we've just done this same bit as from... They're just copying and pasting it from the previous bush trip. Alright, 8:38, let's go. Alright, we want 3:51 for 1 minute 30. Koschelsee. Turn north and fly between 2 mountains. Herzogstand on the west and Lochberg on the east to a smaller but equally spectacular lake. Koschelsee, deja vu. That's exactly what it said last time too. What's going on? Did I already do this lake? I have been having some pretty severe deja vu lately, so maybe that's it. Maybe you haven't done this at all, but this is all very familiar. And when I get deja vu, I get deja vu. Because I get deja vu of having deja vu. Of having deja vu, like just over and over again. This is like the 8 millionth time I've done this. My brain's faulty. Yeah, it's faulty in some way. It just recognizes everything, even if it's the first time it's happened. Right, we can definitely afford to lose some height here. We are heading into the flats of Germany. As we make our way to, what is it? Koschelsee. Koschelsee. Yeah, you know, it must have been the Germany bush trip. We've done this bit before. I'm sure there was, we went to that lake, I think, and maybe we even landed over here somewhere. I don't think we're doing that this time. They've found a different landing strip, I think. I know that because I think I would have recognized the landing strip. It's EDGY, which is edgy. So, lol. We're going to Edgy Airfield. Home of the Edgelords. Alright, well, we're basically above the lake, aren't we? Yes, we are. So, we're 63 degrees. That's this way. For 4 minutes 43. The Isar River. 9.9 nautical miles to the northeast is the Isar River. That's all it has to say. "63. There it is, like that, basically. Alright, we still need to be descending. We're not far away. We're 5 and then a little bit extra to the airfield, so we're 6 and a bit minutes before we're landing somewhere over here. Well, we need... Why aren't I at full speed? Has that been... what the... What the... Did I bump the decelerate key? I don't think so. Have I been at 94% this whole time? My god, what fresh disasters can I come up with? This bush trip has been one debacle after another. Need to get back in the saddle. Back on sort of level ground, whatever platitude and simile and metaphor you want to apply here. Need to get our precision back, our attention to detail. EDGY, the edgy airfield. The edgy airfield. Yes, I basically said Lilfield because for some reason lol was in my head from lolling, and then my brain decided let's just put the word lol on top of the word airfield, and we came up with Lolfield. Everything's a debacle with me. Even the English language. Right, now I think we should probably power down a bit and start trimming down even more because I want to be lower. Now that we're basically over this hill, which is of course a metaphor for my life, me being over the hill. This is the river we're heading to, presumably. The Isar. Look, we're looking good. We're looking better anyway. We've done 340 of 440, one more minute, although we are going super fast, so probably actually going to be early for this particular segment. I will turn once we get to the river. Look at this lake here with its greens and blues. Isn't it pretty? What's going on with the perspective here? All the houses look flat to me right now. Maybe I'm having a stroke. Weird. Strange. Very strange. do see an airport over there. I wonder if that's it. So let's see. We're basically above the river. We want 24 degrees to 133. Greeling Airfield. Land at Greeling Airfield, EDGY. Edgy, a wonderful grass field surrounded by pastoral scenery of southern Bavaria. And it's definitely one of these grass fields that you can't really see. But is that it there? Is that actually it there? What kind of trim have I ended up here? Just 20 will be fun. I did not press anything. What is this game doing now? What fresh hell? Why would you do that to me, game? There we go. I must have released the Y key while I was pressing the directional button. So let's see. Is this edgy? Yes, it is. There we go. Happened to see it. I just thought, oh, that looks like a runway over there. And I'm like, oh, that could be the runway we're meant to be going to. And lo and behold, all of that was true. Now, I'm just going to drop as far as I can and then power forward, because this trying to get it to drop issue is remaining to be an issue. Here we go. We're losing too much speed again. No, gaining too much speed while not losing enough height every single time. Let's hope this is okay, though. I don't think we're doing too badly. I think we're going to come up a bit short, which is what we want. What is that? Oh, I thought it was a football stadium. It's just a bunch of houses, some kind of factory with green and red. Maybe it is a football stadium. Just off the left there. Really can't quite make out what that looks like. It is. It's some kind of field, maybe. Anyway, we're supposed to be landing. Let's not worry about whether that's a football field or not. Come on, plane. Let's head this way a bit. We need to straighten up a bit better than this. At least it's pretty long. That looks like we may have just sort of done this perfectly. Haven't had to power at all. I think we're going to do okay. Hopefully we don't land on the whatever this is in front of it. Some kind of windbreak or something. Actually going a bit slow, but that's fine. Let's get our wheels down. Let's bounce a bit, because that's what this plane likes to do. Really doesn't like being on the ground. There we go. Get our ailerons back so that when put the brake on, we don't tip forward. Slowly use the brake. Slowly, carefully, carefully. Tap, tap. Little bit of a tap. A little bit of a longer tap. A little bit of a longer one. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on, plane. You can do it. Yeah, you did it. Yes, we did it. There we go. That was leg 6 of the Grand Alpine Challenge bush trip. We found some new ways to fuck up, but that's how it is each day now. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir. Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen.